What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to another game review. This time, I'm going to be reviewing a game called Hue. So, I'm realizing the last game I reviewed was a puzzle platformer. This one is also basically a puzzle platformer, but definitely a different kind of puzzle. I'm curious where this is going to take me once I start. It seems like it's starting the game over. Okay. So this is Hue, the character that I'm controlling up here. This, I believe, is supposed to be Hue's mother. Good morning, Hue. Isn't it great to be home? Oh, okay. So maybe it's not starting the game all over. Everything's back the way it should be. Okay. So no, it's not starting the game all over. Alrighty. Let me see if I can get myself to a place that actually shows you how this game works. So, long story short, there's really not... This game's not particularly complex. You know, you move around, you'll find doorways like this that allow you to go from one place to another. Okay. But eventually you run into obstacles like this, or other things that could kill your character, need to be moved, or whatever. And how you navigate those is with this color wheel here, which has a total of 8 colors. Yeah. These two are way too similar, which is part of the reason I put this option with the symbols in here. But that is actually something that was a very interesting consideration on the part of the game devs, I would say. Because if you go down into the options, that is actually the colorblind mode being enabled. Those symbols would not be there if I had that turned off. But I also think it just helps in general. Even if you have completely fine color vision. So anyway, where to go. But when you start the game, you don't have all these colors available. There's one that becomes available really quickly, especially the light blue there, considering that's like the first obstacle you have to get past. Oh wait, that's not going to be a puzzle room, is it? I'm trying to get to a room that actually has some puzzles, dang it. But in the meantime, there is a story to this game, and it revolves around unlocking the colors, kind of. So, really, I mean, the game's kind of about characters that live in a world seemingly devoid of color, but Hue's mother is, I guess, a researcher at a university who does studies on color and things like that, and basically, you know, it's I guess the idea is supposed to be roughly equivalent to, like, if, you know, you had a parent who is currently, you know, some sort of physicist working on string theory, or, you know, like, or maybe even freaking quantum mechanic kind of idea. Anyway, okay, here's a little bit better of an idea of some of these things. So, you encounter obstacles possibly like these that require you to use, you know, different colors to get through. And obviously the puzzles increase in complexity the further you get through the game. This is going to be a difficult thing to navigate. So, hiya. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's something to take note of. Like, you can be mid-air or otherwise mid-movement, access the color wheel, it slows everything down. So then, that leaves certain kind of more timing-based possibilities. Some rooms will require you to get a key to unlock the door to the next one. Others might not. Oh, hey. You. I'm gonna guess that... Yeah. Okay. I'll go to this color next. Let that pass me by. And then do that, maybe? Hold up. Okay. Or you can do stuff like that. And yes, it is possible to actually, like, rapid fire change the colors. So if somebody were trying to, like, epic speedrun this, that's probably the kind of thing that they would need to do. I think I'm going to need that block, so I'm going to put that there for now. Go over here. But then do that. And go right here. Okay, there's another block down here. Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do at this point. Hiya. Nope. So, yeah, there are potential hazards. I really don't remember going through this room before, although maybe I went through it from the other side. Also, there are eventually some, like, hidden objects that could be utilized. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then this. Pull that. I don't know if I even need to pull that over. Then I'm gonna do this. There we go. That's... Oh, hold up. Okay. Light bulb. So I'm gonna go back to that. Keep pulling this along, but not too far. Okay, keep pulling, keep pulling. Go. Wait, I can't get through that now, can I? Well, shoot. Okay. Push it back. Let's try and get on the other side of it. Okay, tell you what. Here we go. Anyway, sorry for getting maybe a little too focused on the gameplay. But yeah, so these are the kinds of puzzles that you encounter in this game. And it's a lot of color-based stuff. Okay, this room I remember. There are, like, I keep checking the walls in some places, because there are eventually, like, kind of hidden secret things that you can collect. And there's a related achievement for getting all of those. Okay, turn that to red. Let it pass. Go back to... not to that. Dang it. Okay, red. Back to blue, maybe. Do the pink. So I can get up here. Go up this way. Do the pink again. Go to that. Red. Yeah. Anyway. So, right. Story of the game. I mean, I kind of already told you the story. Just the brief overview of it. So you play as Hugh. You're basically trying to find... Well... You get these letters from your mother who works at the university regarding, like, colors and how the world's really meant to have all this color, even though it's all, like, dull and gray as we know it. So then... Of course, you find these notes as you unlock the different colors and progress through the game. And eventually, you get to the point where you can meet up with your mother, and it's... wait. I just realized something. Okay. So, I think part of what I need to do is actually get this. Oh, but I can't do that without... Hang on. Whatever. Anyway. Enough distractions regarding that. So, you know, on the whole, like, how you play the game seems fairly simple, but it can get quite a bit more complex with the puzzles than what I've shown you. And then, again, the unlockable potion things kind of bring in a bit of a replayability aspect. But on the whole, it's not like a big, massive game that's going to take you forever to get through. And this is one of those ones where I'm not like the story isn't so detailed or intricate, or, you know, it's not one of those stories that I wish was longer, unlike what I thought with Another Sight. But anyway, oh yeah, also, if you really get stuck at any point, you have the option to restart a level. You could start a brand new game if you want at any point. I already kind of went over the options. In case you're curious, this is what it looks like without the colorblind mode. It just basically takes the symbols away from a lot of the hazards and objects and other things in the environment. You can at any point go to the map here and kind of fast travel to different points. And as you look at it, you can see how many of the, like, secret potion things that you've gotten. Skip. You know what? Yes. Anyway. So, yeah, that's really about it. There's also some, like, mysterious hooded figure that you encounter along the way. But who exactly that is unknown. So, if were there to be a sequel to this game, I wonder if it would delve a little bit more into that character and who that person really is. But in any case, this is one of those kind of simple games that, like, it's meant to be quick and simple and not terribly, you know, involved. So I don't feel like the story... I don't feel like the game is too short because of that. I'm not disappointed by the length of it. Because really, this is one of those games where you're more in it for the gameplay and the puzzles than for the story. Anyway, let me go back to this screen as I'm giving my closing thoughts on this. So, you know, gameplay's smooth, it flows well, it's challenging at times. There was definitely a level or two where I was tempted to try and look up the solution. Maybe even one where I actually did. But anyway, so, if you're not the best with puzzles, expect that you might get stuck on in a couple of spots. But, you know, on the whole, it's generally not so complex that you would, you know, it's not so complex that the majority of people would have to look up a significant number of the puzzles in order to be able to solve them. So, anyway, again, it's a shorter game, but it doesn't feel like it's too short for what it is. Another site felt like it was too short for what it was. But anyway, gameplay is smooth, it works fine, no issues there, really. I don't want to rate it too harshly just because of it being a shorter, simpler game, because, as I have said with some other games, it's good for what it is and what it seems to set out to do. I would imagine there's more that could be done eventually with it, but there's enough variety in the puzzles that it doesn't feel like, oh yeah, they could have done way more with this. To the point where it's like, you know, a detriment to the game experience. So, you know, on the whole, I give it like a 7-ish. It's good. It's actually pretty solid for what it is. It's just there's not necessarily a whole lot to it. Maybe I'll give this one a 7.5. This one feels, you know, like it's it feels like it's meant to be as it is. And it may, you know, not be super long or involved, but not every game has to be. So, yeah. I guess that's really about all there is to say. And yes, the gameplay mechanics really are that simple. It's pretty much A is jump, move around with the stick, or maybe even the D-pad. Yeah, even the D-pad can move you around. A jumps. The left stick changes the color, or sorry, the right stick changes the colors. The left one is the one you can use to move. And if there are any objects you need to pull, you can press, and maybe you have to hold, but X is the button to do that stuff. So, otherwise, yeah, pretty simple control scheme. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this time around, I guess. This is another one of those, of course, that I got free with Xbox Live Gold. I don't... Tell you what, let me look at... if I go to the game card, then I think there's an option to show it in the Microsoft Store and see what the price of it is. So as I'm recording this, it seems to still be free. Normal price is $14.99, which, so yeah, not sure I'd pay $15 for this. $5 would be totally fair if you ask me. Anything less than that, for sure. $10, it might be a bit of a stretch, but, you know, with the whole finding the potions and whatnot, adding some replayability, it's not like an insane price tag. 15 I do think is a bit much, though. But that's just my opinion. Anyway. So, yeah, alright. I think I've said enough. Let me just wrap this up here. So, as always, like and share if you enjoyed the video and want others to see. Subscribe and click the bell to keep up with my YouTube channel when I post new videos and all that. Make sure you look down in the description for info on other social media pages and how to find and follow those. And of course, leave comments down below with any thoughts that you have. I realize when I do eventually shift this over to live streaming my recording sessions, my outros are probably going to be a little bit different. Either that or I will have to add the outros into the video after the fact, which is probably something a number of people do anyway. Pretty sure there are a significant number of YouTubers who do their intros and outros as separate recordings from the main gameplay, or even just the whatever kind of video they're doing, like just the meat of it, so to speak. Anywho, so anyway, I'll cross that bridge whenever I get to it. Can you tell I'm looking forward to the whole live streaming possibility? Anyway, okay, that's enough for that. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you for the next video. But until then, stay cool, people.